Skyblock, one of the most iconic Minecraft challenges ever. It's been out for 14 years, but somehow I've never touched it. So today I'm starting fresh, noob mode, one block at a time, building, surviving, and unlocking everything from mob farms to gold farms, guardian farms, maybe even an ender dragon farm? Huh? Hey, what's up guys, I'm Sunday. And today I'm taking on Skyblock for the very first time, and I'm very excited about it. I didn't even know how to download this map at first. By the way, I don't know why it shows day 15, but it's actually day 1. I got the ice and lava from the chest and started mining dirt as much as I could. Okay, jump. That's really strange. I just had a dream where I fell and died. Yo, how do I get this ice to melt faster? Does lava do the trick? Brand new journey, guys. Just found out that I could break ice and get water. I finally got the water and lava and made a cobblestone generator to help me expand this island. I mined out some cobblestone and crafted basic starter gear. Honestly, I feel kind of nervous on the edge of the void. I found it's kind of slow, so I built another cobblestone generator. I kept mining and started building a circular island with a radius of 40 blocks. I didn't have any torches, so at night, tons of mobs started spawning. Eventually, I crafted some torches and cleared out the mobs. Then I kept mining cobblestone and expanding the island. At some point, phantoms started spawning, which was super annoying, but I figured out they could get trapped in water, which made them much easier to deal with. Then I used bone meal on a block underwater and got more water source blocks, so now we have an infinite water source. I also built a new cobblestone generator, so I don't have to keep jerking my head like crazy while mining cobblestone. It's a bit slower, but now I can watch YouTube while I mine, way less painful. I was mining cobblestone forever, then a wandering trader spawned, and his llama was spinning like crazy. Dude, are you a reincarnated spinning top or what? Too bad he didn't sell anything I wanted, so I sent him back to the nether. Next up, my main goal was to build a mob farm. Honestly, I'm not good at building this. Like I said, I'm a rookie, so after watching a few tutorials, I built a 2-layer pathfinding style mob tower. I died to creepers a few times in the process. Dude, I know you won't explode in water, right? With the mob farm up and running, I can now get a steady supply of resources. I made some more bone meal and used it on the grass blocks to get a few wheat seeds. I planted them right away. We'll also need a witch to throw a splash potion of weakness at zombie villagers, then kill them with golden apples. After that, we can build a village trading hall. Okay, I got the witch and prepared a boat. You come out quickly. Wait, don't explode. Oh crap. Please stop. Alright, I think I need to wait for the next. Huh? Didn't expect you to come so quickly. Oh no. Over the next few days, I cleared out mobs, planted wheat and potatoes, kept farming for real jobs, mined tons of cobblestone, and chopped down a whole bunch of trees. I wanted an easier way to gather building materials, so I did some research online. And that's when I found out about guardian farms. I found the nearest ocean monument using a seed map and began bridging over with blocks. Huh? What's that? Is that land? Can I go there? Oh my gosh. After some digging around, I finally figured out how to create a world with absolutely no land. Then I used a world editing tool called Emulate to bring over all my builds into the new void world. Okay, this time it should actually work. After that, I went back to my plan, building a guardian farm at the ocean monument. I didn't have a ton of materials, so I started by building just a small section. Each part is separated, so it still works even if it's not fully complete. It took me forever to finish, and in the end, I got killed by one of the guardians. Ow. I built a shorter path back to my base. Oh my god, they are falling like rain. Then I went AFK for a while and ended up with tons of building materials and fish. I finally got a zombie villager to spawn in the mob farm. I blocked off part of the drop chute, then rode them over in a boat and placed them right beside the witch. After that, I reopened the drop chute, completely forgetting the portal was still open. And suddenly, a massive wave of mobs just came pouring out. Oh my god. Lord have mercy. I kept trying to clear the mobs, but they just kept coming. After dying a few times, I decided to leave the island to let them despawn, then came back to fix it. I got another zombie villager using the same method. Once we kill them, we can start breeding villagers. So now I needed to gather a lot of gold for crafting golden apples. While wandering around the island, I spotted a small sand island I hadn't noticed before. There was a cactus and a chest on it, so I headed over, planning to dig up the sand and grab the loot. But then, I made a huge mistake. What? I am so cooked. I lost a lot of stuff, including my only bucket. With no other choice, I held back tears and went back to check what was inside the chest. Luckily, it has something super valuable, obsidian. That means we can finally go to the nether. Zombie piglins are gonna be one of our main sources of gold. I built a simple platform to spawn zombie piglins, but it was super inefficient, so I went online and found a proper zombie piglin farm tutorial. I used trapdoors to reach a lower Y level since mobs spawn more frequently down there. I fell off multiple times, and 2 cats spawned and literally blew up my nether portal. I had no choice but to jump into the void and respawn back in the overworld. When I returned, the nether had generated a brand new portal. I had no idea I looked at an enderman, but he just snapped! He immediately charged at me and straight up killed me. Scared the life out of me, not gonna lie. You know, when you are really focusing on something, you know the feeling, right? I did manage to finish building the farm in the end, but since I don't have a stable iron supply, I couldn't craft any hoppers. So the only way to collect drops was to die to reset their aggro, and then come back and pick everything up by hand. Also, I don't have a looting sword yet, so the drop rate isn't amazing, but honestly, it's more than enough for now. After that, I crafted a few golden apples and tried to bait a witch into throwing a splash potion of weakness. It took a few tries, but I finally killed 2 zombie villagers. Now we can start building a villager trading hall. Since villagers need beds, I needed a ton of wool. So I figured I'd build a string farm. I heard this trick got patched in 1.21, but luckily I'm still on 1.20, so it still works just fine. I spent a lot of time AFKing on the garden farm to get a ton of building materials for the villager trading hall. I followed some designs I found from other players, but of course the process wasn't without its challenges. Thankfully, after a little over 2 hours, I finally finished it. I began planting a huge amount of carrots to get the villagers breeding, and then I turned them into fishermen so I could trade string for tons of emeralds. I decided to make the first villager in the hall a toolsmith, so I could trade for diamond pickaxes and axes. Not only did it boost my efficiency, but now I can mine obsidian too. Doing all this, I also tamed a bunch of cute cats. However, I still didn't have a stable iron source, so I built a really simple iron golem farm. And you can see just how happy these villagers are. They are so excited that they can't even sleep at night. It was cold at night, so I calmly set up some campfires for the iron golems. But since the nether portal was right next to it, a bunch of them and a few villagers ended up taking a little trip to the nether. Oh my god, are they planning to conquer the nether now? I moved the nether portal and reopened it with lava. I was thinking about enchanting weapons and armor, so we needed a librarian. But we didn't have any sugarcane for paper or leather for books. How are we supposed to make a lectern without any books? Oh wait, fishing. If we can fish up some treasure, there's a chance we might get an enchanted book. Since I didn't fully understand the fishing mechanics, I built the wrong kind of water area, which only let me catch junk. But eventually, I managed to build a proper pond where I could fish up treasures, and I ended up getting a whole bunch of items and crafting the perfect fishing rod. I used this legendary fishing rod for 2 days and fished up a whole inventory full of items. Next, I used the grindstone to disenchant the useless enchanted books, turning them into regular books. Then with 3 books, I crafted a lectern, and we finally got ourselves a librarian. Then I used the iron to craft hoppers and quickly set up a collection system for both the iron golem farm and the zombie piglin farm. I went to the nether hoping to bring a villager back, but I slept and fell, losing a lot of my diamond gear. While I was planting trees, a thunderstorm suddenly rolled in, and then a skeleton horse spawned out of nowhere. Right after that, a bolt of lightning struck it. Holy crap! I've never seen this happen before. I took down the skeletons riding the horses, then equipped them with saddles I got from fishing. Now I've got 2 skeleton horses, and man, they look so badass. The librarian sells bookshelves, which means we can use them to craft even more lecterns. And if you break the shelves with an axe without silk touch, you'll get regular books. So basically, infinite enchanted books. Let's go. After that, I went all in trying to get the must-have enchantments. Mending, protection, looting, the good stuff. On day 130, I started prepping for the Ender Dragon fight. I used the gold ingots I farmed to barter with piglins, hoping to get some Ender pearls. Dude, where are you going? I traded 100 gold ingots. Oh wait, 99 gold ingots and only got 4 Ender pearls. I started building a path in the nether towards the nearest Ender portal. Come on, I need more. After getting enough Ender pearls, we still need blaze rods. So I used mini hut to locate a nether fortress, built a mob farm platform with nether bricks, and used a bow to kill them from a distance. What surprised me was that during the process, I actually collected 3 wither skeleton skulls, which means I can summon the wither later on. I made my way to the Ender portal. Still shocked to find there wasn't a single Eye of Ender on it. Luckily, I had prepared 12. After opening the Ender portal, I placed a bed and a chest nearby and left my things there. As I wasn't sure if the end was also an empty island, I took some slabs with me when entering. Wow, not surprised at all. It's completely an empty island. The good news is, the Ender Dragon didn't have any end crystals to heal from. I quickly built a small platform and set up an anti-air bunker. Then I jumped into the void to respawn, grabbed my gear, and began the fight. It was really hard to land hits because of the long distance. So close. Oh no. Last shoot. We did it! I had this idea to take down the Ender Dragon on a skeleton horse, but there was nowhere to ride. Next time, I'm definitely trying it. I built a path to the exit portal. I planned to bring a piston next time to collect the dragon egg. Defeating the Ender Dragon is just the beginning of the game. Since the entire map is just an empty void, there are no end cities or end ships, so getting an Elytra the usual way is impossible. To fix that, I installed a custom data pack that adds a new way to obtain one. According to the data pack, the only way to obtain an Elytra is by killing an endermite that is both levitating and affected by slow falling. If defeated under these conditions, it has a chance to drop one. Starting from the second time you defeat the Ender Dragon, a shulker will spawn at the dragon egg spot every time. So it's really simple. The shulker's attack causes the endermite to levitate. Just throw a slow falling potion on it, and you are good to go. Hold up, the nether is completely empty. How the hell are we supposed to find a nether wart? Luckily, the data pack provides a clever workaround. If a goat rams into a nether wart block, it drops a piece of nether wart. Before I could get the Elytra, I needed firework rockets, and to make those, I needed sugarcane. So it seems the only way to get sugarcane in this world is from the wandering trader. I built a large platform for them to spawn on, then went AFK hoping one would appear. What a beautiful sunny day. After 4 days of AFK, the first wandering trader finally appeared, and incredibly, he was selling sugarcane. Using my limited dirt and some gravel I traded from piglins, I made more dirt blocks and planted the sugarcane immediately. Next, I started preparing materials to craft end crystals. I set up a well-lit platform in the Soul Sand Valley to farm guests. Is it just me, or is the sound in the Soul Sand Valley kind of creepy? After gathering enough guest tears, I returned to base and bought some glass from a librarian villager. I set up a semi-automatic tree farm to speed things up. Then I grabbed a piston and headed to the end to collect the dragon egg. I also expanded the end island because I wanted to fight the Ender Dragon while riding a skeleton horse. I built a circular arena, perfect for dodging and shooting arrows on horseback. On the way back, I farmed some blaze rods, crafted 4 end crystals, and got ready to respawn the dragon. Suddenly, I heard a fox, and to my surprise, it was an adorable Arctic fox. I led it to the center of my island and gave it a name. Oh, look who it is. You must be happy, right? Do you like fish? I mounted my skeleton horse and headed to the end and respawned the Ender Dragon. With no ground beneath the obsidian pillars, destroying all the end crystals was pretty tough. In the end, I stayed on my skeleton horse and landed the final blow. A shulker spawned afterward, which is the key to getting Elytra. Next, I needed a nether wart, so I had to open a nether portal in a crimson forest. Thanks to the data pack, Crimson 9M generates naturally around nether portals. I used the pickaxe with silk touch to harvest them. To get nether wart blocks, we can use bone meal on crimson fungi. Now I needed a goat to run the nether wart block. But where do goats even spawn? I checked the Minecraft wiki, and it says goats loving hang out on snow slopes, spawning on blocks like grass or snow. So I traveled there and built a platform. After waiting for almost 10 full days, 2 goats finally spawned. Come on, stop staring and just ram me already. What? They vanished? We got it! Oh, finally. I rushed home and planted the nether wart on soul sand. Then I brewed tons of splash slow falling potions and gathered a bunch of ender pearls. I had no idea what the drop rate was, but I figured this should be enough. I brought along a looting 3 sword. Then I started throwing pearls and managed to spawn an endermite. Okay, trapdoor, slow falling potion, and... what? I got it on the second try? I immediately enchanted it with mending and unbreaking 3. Oh my gosh, I waited so long for this moment. Man, flying around the Skyblock world like this is the best feeling ever. Then I went back to the end and summoned the Wither. After defeating it, I crafted a beacon and activated it using iron blocks. Since a full beacon requires 164 iron blocks, I spent some time AFKing and finally gathered enough to activate a max level beacon. Then I went to the outer end, grabbed some endstone and chorus flowers, and now they are growing right outside my base. I decided to start building some structures to make my base look cooler and more aesthetic. Just as I was gathering materials, a wandering trader spawned on my island. So, what do you have for sale? Wait, cherry sapling, pointed dripstone, and red sand? Oh my god, you're my hero! Don't worry, this time I definitely gonna keep you safe. I switched to planting cherry trees, but the old tree farm setup didn't work anymore. I removed the old height limits and chopped down tons of logs. Gotta say, cherry trees are beautiful, but chopping them down is such a nightmare. Then I began building a cherry blossom themed beacon tower. I also constructed a sword-style nether portal. To be honest, building super tall structures is such a hassle. But the latest preview update brought in happy guests. They'd be really helpful. And look how cute they are. Alright, time to light the nether portal. I like it. Then another wandering trader showed up, and I got mangrove proper gears from him. Oh, a brand new plant type. I got more dirt, planted lots of cherry trees above the village trading hall, and added plenty of lanterns. I love the warm and peaceful atmosphere it creates. These 2 areas still feel a little empty though, so I decided to build a hall. But before that, I needed a new tree farm, because harvesting cherry trees manually is just way too much work. After some trial and error, let's take a look at the result. Okay, honestly, I'm pretty happy with it. As long as I were stocked up on plenty of bone meal beforehand, the saplings and bone meal will automatically refill in my inventory. I farmed more lava using pointed dripstone and grew more dripstone. I was really trying to make the island feel more diverse and vibrant. Like, this section is full of various plants with rich colors and varied shapes. Then I built the hall, and I tried my best. I also tweaked other structures on the island, adding more details and personality, such as the lava falls and waterfalls. I looked up a shulker farm tutorial, but it requires at least 2 shulkers to start, which means I have to defeat the ender dragon 2 more times. Wait, what's that?
Just like a spark that's breaking out. Can't make a stop, can't turn back now. We know that there's no room for doubt. No, we can't turn back now. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we're gonna light it up tonight. We're gonna light it up, baby. Tonight we're gonna light it up just like the sunrise. We're gonna light it up.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and don't forget to subscribe. It really means a lot to me. See you in the next video.